Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have the now infamous ride or die tag that Jaclyn Hill started a few weeks ago. I've also been tagged by my friend Shell, so I'm going to link their two videos down below so you can go watch those, and I'm also going to tag a few other people's videos that I've already watched and I really enjoy, other than being friends or other YouTubers that I've really enjoyed watching. So the whole premise of this is, if you lost every single ounce of makeup, what would be the products that you would go back and buy for each of the categories? So these are your ride or die, you love them till the moon and back items and you don't want to be without them, or you always know in the back of your mind that they're like a very good solid choice all the time. So keep watching if you want to see what my ride or die products are. Okay, so the nice thing about this tag is it does kind of go in order of what you would put on your face first. Now this is solely basically makeup with two exceptions right at the end. But yes, so starting off, obviously starting with primer. Now I don't wear primer every single day and I don't actually really need primer all that much. I have dry skin, so if anything I just need a good moisturizer, really. But if there's one product, like I'm going out at night, to act as a primer, it's the Benefit Porefessional. This thing fills in any single pore. I also sometimes use it underneath my eye to fill in like the fine lines. It just evens everything out. It's a nice like a putty beige color, so it blends in really nicely. It does have that like silicone-y feel though. If you don't like that, then you may not like this, but this does a wonderful job at filling in all of my enlarged pores that I wish I could get rid of. Okay, so primer is on, next foundation, and I don't think some of you will be very surprised with my answer, but my ride or die foundation is the H&M All Day Liquid Foundation. This thing does it all for me. In the winter, I mix it with a facial oil and it's perfect. In the summer, I don't need the facial oil and it's still perfect. It's a medium to full cover finish. It's, I would say, a satin finish. I think everyone needs to try this foundation just because I know that it works for my dry skin. It also works for my friend Sam's oily skin, so it's kind of one of those unicorn products. Okay, so the next one would be concealer. Now, I know I'm only supposed to pick one, but I use two different concealers depending on what I'm concealing. So I think that's allowed then that I have two products. So anything around the face like pimples, uneven coloration, things like that, my ride or die is the Makeup Forever Full Cover. It's camouflage, extreme camouflage cream. This thing is no joke. You can sheer it out no problem if you just want very light coverage, but you can also build it up to very heavy coverage. The color selection in this range is amazing and it lasts forever because you just need the tiniest bit to cover whatever you need covered. Okay, so I use the Makeup Forever one all over my face, but then under my eyes I use a different concealer because I need something that's not going to crease very well, that's going to do good coverage, it's not going to get cakey throughout the day. And I would say, because this one I've repurchased before, because I do really like some other under eye concealers, but it's the MAC Prolongwear concealer. I'm in the shade NC15 if for any reason. I'm actually wearing all of the products that I'm talking about today on my face. All of them. Don't even worry. So yeah, so that's what I have under my eyes right now. It is beautiful pigmentation and coverage. It is a little bit thicker, so you do have to be really careful with blending it out. Sometimes I'll even mix a little bit of a facial oil in there and then set it with a powder immediately after, just so that it, you know, kind of hydrates the area, but then also doesn't crease. But yeah, this stuff is just too good not to. You can obviously wear this around the face, but I prefer it around the eye area, just for some reason. That's just personal preference though. So we have our base. Now, what's next? Powder. Powder for sure. Now, in Jaclyn Hill's and other videos that I've seen, they separate it by like powder and under eye setting powder. I don't have a difference. I actually use the same product. And it is the Maybelline Fit Me Set and Smooth from normal to dry skin. I'm in the shade 110 Porcelain, just for reference. And you can see that this is a ride or die product. Look at that. I have like nothing left. I already have a backup though. This is so nicely finely milled. It's not overly pigmented, so you don't have to worry about it changing too much of like the color of your foundation, but it works so well. And especially because I have dry skin, I have to be very careful about over powdering or having a too powerful powder that just kind of sucks the life out of my skin. This doesn't whatsoever. I've tried other things that are more for dry skin for powder, but this one, hands down, and it's at the drugstore. It's so good, and I do use it for my under eye area and for around my T-zone. That's basically where I powder right now in the summer. In the winter, it will only be under the eyes. Okay, so powder's done. Next up, bronzer. And this, again, probably won't be a big surprise for people, but my absolute favorite bronzer is the Sephora collection Los Cabos Matte number 3. This is the bronzing powder. And again, look at that. I got some pan action here. This bronzer is the best thing for people with fair skin. It blends out super well. It's not muddy looking at all on my skin tone. It's good for contouring or bronzing, whichever way you really want to do it. Just depends on where you put it on the face. The hardest category to figure out what my ride or die blush was. I sorted through my collection. I didn't really know until I looked at a blush and I was like, oh, that's it. That's the one. And it is the Bobbi Brown powder blush in Coral Sugar, which is number 45. This is such a stunning coral pink shade. It's kind of like Orgasm from NARS, but not quite. I have it obviously on my cheeks right now. This gives the prettiest flush of color. It is not overly pigmented to make it hard to blend in. I do have to layer it a couple times just to get the intensity that I want sometimes, but if I want the most subtle looking blush that just looks like I'm glowing from within, this one, no doubt. I've been using this probably nonstop for like a week and a half, 2 weeks now. So don't be surprised if you see this in my September favorites as well, because it really has, I've rediscovered it because I've had it for I think a year and a half now, and yeah, it's so good and goes with any look that I want as well. It doesn't clash with any other colors. It's very nice. Okay, so the cheeks are almost done, but they need highlighter. And this is going to come to no surprise as to, I think it's kind of funny that Jaclyn Hill was the one that made this tag, because I think almost everyone is going to be using the same, her highlighter as their ride or die highlighter, and it's Champagne Pop from Becca. I actually have a backup of this because I thought that it wasn't going to come back in stock and it was limited edition, so I do have an extra one. You can see here, you can see the rings, like that's how much I've used it. There is a very significant dent. This is the best highlighter I think that I've ever had. I adore others, but this one I come back to and I'm like, yes. It's like a nice peachy champagne color. It goes with almost any skin tone that I know. It gives this wonderful glow. You can really amp it up as well. Like sometimes I'll use setting spray and then put it on, and then it's like, bam, right in your face. Or you can do a really nice subtle highlight with it. So it's very versatile, and I think everyone's skin tone complements this highlighter. But yeah, it's so lovely, and good job, Jaclyn. Just good job. Good job. And good job at making this tag so that I could feature your product in it. Okay, so moving on, brow product. Now, I know I'm supposed to pick one. I know I don't want to break rules very often, but these two products go hand in hand. Like if I use one, I have to use the other. I can't use one alone. I can't do it. So these are like attached to the hip. They're like Siamese twins or something. It's the Annabelle Skinny Brow Liner in Universal Dark and the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Every single day, if you ever look at what I'm wearing on my face for any video, I don't even have to refill this field in. I just copy it from the last video because I never, ever, ever change my brow products. So this, of all of the ride or dies, this is the biggest ride or die products for sure. Okay. Another really hard one, eyeshadow palette. There are two palettes that I absolutely adore, but you can't get them anymore. So I feel really bad as saying that those are my two ride or dies, because first off, I wouldn't be able to get them anymore unless I like demanded the factory to like reproduce them or something. That would be silly. But I'm talking about the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. It's just so good. The Morphe shadows are fantastic. The color selection is great. It can make a ton of different looks, but again, that was limited edition. The second one that came to mind, Violet Voss Holy Grail. It's so pretty. It's amazing. Again, can't get it anymore. So, what's the palette that is still available that you can buy that I could see myself, like if I had only one palette in the entire world, that I'd be okay with it? And it's still coming from one of the brands that I just said, Morphe. Now, this is the 35K palette. I actually brought this to Vegas with me. My friend Julie bought it for me in April. I haven't had it all that long. But look at the range of colors. This is the thing. We have light colors. We have cool tone browns. We have warm tone browns. We have like blues, grays, navy blues, a black, a white. So this would have to be the Ride or Die palette. I get great results whenever I do use this. And the fact that you can kind of mix and match so many different things, like, why wouldn't this be a Ride or Die palette? Do I think I could find a better palette in the world? Probably. I don't know why, but I feel like there's just a little bit too many browns. But if I had one palette to live off of for the rest of my life, I'd be okay with this because I'd be able to make a lot of really great looks, really great neutral, and then pop like a blue or a silver or like a metallic on the lid, and then I have tons of different great looks. Okay, so next up is mascara, and this is another product that I've been trying the last little while. I'm never fully satisfied with the mascara. I jump from mascara to mascara, and I've already kind of shown you what it was. But yeah, I'm not one that is very religious in the mascara that I use. As long as it's waterproof, I don't really care. I want volume and lengthening at the same time. I don't want my lashes to droop, and I don't want it to flake on me, and I want it to be like super black. That's all I ask for. Not too much, right? The one that I feel like meets those things the most is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Waterproof Mascara. I actually just bought a new one today because I've been without this. This is an old one. It's all dried up and gross. I've been without this for how many months now? 2 months, and I want it back. So that really shows to me that it is a Ride or Die product, just because I want it back in my life. Even though it's $30, I think it's worth the $30. And if I had only one mascara to wear for the rest of my life, I'd be okay with this one. Okay, so we're moving on to the lips now, and the first category is then lipstick. This was a little bit hard, but then I thought back to my top 5 most worn lipsticks that I posted a couple weeks ago. I will link that video down below because I figured if I'm using it the most, that means it has to be Ride or Die. So which of the 5 is my most Ride or Die? Maybelline Creamy Matte in Touch of Spice. Now that it's coming up fall, like this thing, I'm going to finish this whole lipstick probably. It is so good. It's like a brick red brown neutral with a bit of mauve into it. It's such a good color, like a rosy nature to it. You almost can't describe this color. It's just so good. It's just such a good neutral shade for all year round. It goes really well with like my pale skin and red hair and my green eyes. So I really love this, and I would be okay with wearing this all the time because if you have like a really neutral eye, it looks very daytime. But if you paired this with like a smoky eye, bam, you're ready for nighttime. Okay, so next for the lip categories, we have favorite liquid lipstick. Now, I wanted to choose another one in the shade. It's the same brand, but I had to think of it if I really wanted to wear like only a few these products for the rest of my life, and that would be it. I would rather pick ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in Clueless over Creeper. Creeper is a very blue tone, like classic pinup girl, like red, but I think this is a lot more versatile, and I absolutely love this color. I have it on my lips right now. Whenever I wear this, people are like, what is on your lips? We need to know. And it is this Clueless by ColourPop. It is like a deepened pink mauve with a touch of brown to it. I really like it. It's a great neutral shade, and I really like these ultra matte lips. I know that a lot of people don't like them at all. They find them too drying, but I find that it's okay, and I will deal with a little bit of drying just so that it will last for a really long time, and these ones do last a really long time. So Ride or Die, ColourPop Ultra Mattes, but specifically Clueless. Okay, so then last for the lip products is lip gloss. And I love lip glosses. I don't know, I know that we've been in like this matte era of makeup for the last little while in terms of lips with dewy skin. But can we just have dewiness everywhere with the lip gloss? I love lip glosses, and I'm really happy that they're starting to kind of come back trend-wise, just because I really like them. And I think then other companies will start making more lip glosses and making them really good instead of like sticky and uncomfortable to wear. But This is another one that I've gotten most kind of recently, and I'm not surprised it's a ride or die just because I fell in love with it so quickly. And when I looked through my lip gloss collection, which I did before filming this video, I was like, no, nothing compares to this. I would only want this lip gloss if I had one lip gloss for the rest of my life. And it's the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss, and this is in the shade Vintage. First off, these things smell so good. It's really sweet. It's just lovely. The pigmentation on these things is ridiculous. There it is at the bottom. Like, I swiped like 3 times just to make the swatch thicker, not to cover up like pigmentation issues. But yeah, this is a stunning like rosy brown shade. You'll kind of see, all my favorite lip products are all very similar in tone. It's just because this is what I feel most comfortable with, especially during daytime. But yeah, these lip glosses are so good. I've picked up a couple other ones as well, and I haven't been disappointed yet in one of these. They're $21, which is a little bit expensive, but they're super comfortable on the lips. They're not sticky by any means. They last a relatively long time just because there is so much pigment. And the fact that they last long enough but they're not sticky, really big thumbs up. So if you haven't tried these lip glosses yet, you really need to, because I don't think you'll be disappointed, because it kind of combines exactly what you would want, and the pigmentation on every single one that I've tried so far is crazy. Okay, so the last face product, I guess you would say, and that would be setting spray. Now, you've done all of this makeup, but you want it to last. Now, if I really, really, really want my makeup to last, I will not choose this setting spray. But on a day-to-day basis, especially during the winter, this is my ride or die. It will help if I'm going out at night and I want something to make my makeup last, but it's just not as good as something else that I use, which is the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix and the Urban Decay All Nighter. Both of those do fantastic jobs for that. But on a day-to-day basis, I have to reach for the Urban Decay Chill Setting Spray. It's cooling and hydrating, so if you do have dry skin but you want your makeup to last, this is fantastic for you because it doesn't suck the life out of your skin. It's just so good. It's so good. It feels so refreshing as well, like, especially on like a hot day. You could always spray this and then it'll waken you up. Also, if you're dead tired in the morning before you go to work or school, this also helps because it, it's a nice little blast of like cooling on your face, which helps you kind of get ready for the day and wake up. But yeah, ride or die for sure. This setting spray. Okay, so we've 2 last categories. Now, this one I've added in just because I didn't really want to pick a false eyelash. I'm really not that particular when it comes to it. I'm not like ride or die for any lashes. I mean, I like the Ardell ones, but like I'm not passionate enough about it. What I am passionate enough about is nail polish. And I was like, oh, I'm going to add nail polish. And then I go, how the heck do I figure out like a favorite nail polish color? That is absolutely impossible. That's just, no, I can't do it. But there's one product that I cannot go a single day without, well, at least every single day that I do my nails without, because I don't do my nails every single day, and it is Seche Vite. Fast drying top coat that makes my nails dry in like 15 minutes, that I can go dig into a purse and not have to super worry. I still kind of worry, but they'll be okay. My nails will be fine. It rarely ever smudges after 15 minutes. Yeah, I know it stinks. I know that there's bad chemicals in here. I don't really care. My nails, like, they don't chip. So yeah, I've had this nail polish on and this design on since Sunday, and it is Saturday now. So I'm almost at a week and I have no chips, really. I do treat my nails very well, but still, like, they're banging everything. I'm typing a lot during work and stuff like that, so I'm sorry, but this is ride or die for sure. With the brow products and those are my 2 like super, super, super ride or die products. And then last but certainly not least is Perfume. I kind of hesitated with picking one of these. I was looking at my perfume collection, and I don't have a ton, and I would be like, oh, I really like that perfume, but I wouldn't really want to wear it in this scenario. Oh, I really like that perfume, but I would wear it in a different scenario than that other one. It's just really hard to find a perfume that really you can wear anytime and that you'd be okay with having that one product for the rest of your life. But for some reason, and please don't judge me for this because this is a celebrity perfume, but this is the one that kind of like really made me figure out what I love in a perfume, and this is only a little tiny bottle, but it is the Rihanna Reb'l Fleur. This is a super sexy scent. It's not too overpowering, so I can wear it during the day, but then at night as well, I feel very comfortable wearing it. I like it. It's a little bit spicy, a little bit floral, a little bit musky. It doesn't smell like a celebrity perfume. Like, I'm pretty sure if you bottled this up for something like, I don't know, like the Yves Saint Laurent or whoever else, like Gucci, or whoever makes perfume, Versace, whatever, you could probably put this perfume in one of their bottles. You'd be like, okay, yeah. I don't know what it is. It's not cheap smelling whatsoever. I absolutely love it. And I also really like that the bottle's modeled after a stiletto heel. So that's why it looks like this, because this is like the base where your heel is, and then this is the bottom of the stiletto, which I think is really cute. Okay, everyone, I hope you enjoyed seeing what my ride or die products are. If you have done a video like this or a blog post, please link it down below so that I can go watch it. Okay, so who am I tagging? Now, a few of my friends have already done this, so I would normally tag them. So, let's see. Liz, I tag you. There's a girl, Haley, I'm going to link her. Everyone's YouTubes will be linked down below, and I can't think of Haley's YouTube right now, but she's absolutely fantastic. You need to check her out. I really like the makeup looks that she does. I'm going to tag her. Madeline Del Mora, or Classically Contemporary, I'm going to tag you as well. And Jen M, I'm going to tag you to do it on your blog. So, yeah. Ooh, and Jody, who I get to meet later on this month. Those are my five. So, yeah. Liz, Haley, Madeline, Jen M, and Jody. I want the two of you, the last two, to do it on your blog, and the other three, let's do a YouTube video so that everyone can see what your ride or die products are. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of the day. I hope you enjoyed this video as well. Make sure to find me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat, all linked down below as per usual. I will see you next time. Bye!